What if simple daily actions, ones no one would suspect, were the key to improving sexual health and maintaining timeless vitality after 60? I know, it's not something we easily discuss, but the more we stay silent, the easier it is to overlook the quiet changes within our bodies until one day you realize you're no longer yourself, no longer feeling complete, no longer as passionate as before, and worse, starting to avoid intimacy with your partner just because you fear disappointing yourself or them. But here's the good news. You don't need expensive medications, and you certainly don't have to live with that silent anxiety. By understanding your body and knowing the small habits that can naturally and sustainably help you take control of your sexual health, you can change things. This video is made especially for mature men like you, those who've lived long enough to know that health isn't just about muscles or cholesterol levels. It's about still feeling like yourself, vibrant, connected, and confident in your own body. We'll explore a natural, simple, yet rarely discussed habit that can help protect your prostate, reduce stress, and maintain a healthy sex life even past 60. And no, it's not weird or shameful. It's part of the journey of self-care, and you absolutely deserve to know about it. Stay until the end. I believe what you're about to hear could change how you see yourself and aging. As you pass 50, many men start feeling their body doesn't respond like it used to. Maybe you've lain beside your partner, wanting closeness but feeling not up to it. Or perhaps you still love and desire, but things don't unfold as fully as you'd hoped. If you felt this way, you're not alone. One of the biggest reasons behind these changes is declining testosterone, the hormone central to sexual desire, muscle strength, confidence, and a positive mood. After 30, testosterone levels in men begin to drop gradually, and by 60, they can be half what they were in youth. This doesn't mean you're past your prime. It simply means your body is entering a new phase, one where you need to understand and care for it better. Low testosterone doesn't just cause fatigue or reduced desire. It impacts erection quality, sensitivity, and can even make you irritable or sad without clear reason. Then there's the prostate, a small organ with a big impact on men's lives. As you age, the prostate tends to enlarge, a condition called BPH. Many think it only causes nighttime urination, difficulty urinating, or frequent bathroom trips. But in reality, BPH also strongly affects erection quality and recovery time after intimacy. Many men share that they lose confidence at night just because frequent bathroom visits disrupt sleep and interrupt any intimate spark. And there's another factor we can't ignore: stress and anxiety. Aging brings changes in finances, health, even relationships. These worries can quietly short-circuit your emotions. Stress raises cortisol levels, and when cortisol spikes, testosterone drops. The result? You may feel tired, unmotivated, and frustrated with yourself. See, everything's connected. From hormones to the prostate to your mindset, it's all like links in a chain. If one link weakens, the whole system can falter. But the good news is, this doesn't mean you have to give up. By understanding the causes, you can find the right path to recover, grow stronger, and feel like yourself again. When it comes to sexual health in later years, one thing is often overlooked, sometimes out of embarrassment, sometimes due to old stigmas: masturbation. But you know, this small habit, when viewed correctly, can become a vital part of your self-care journey, especially if you're living alone or haven't been intimate with anyone in a while. It's not by chance that experts in psychology and physiology have spoken out about this. According to the Journal of Sexual Psychology, masturbation releases happiness hormones like endorphins and oxytocin, natural chemicals in the body that soothe negative emotions, relieve stress, and bring a sense of calm and comfort. In other words, it's a completely natural anti-anxiety remedy you can use anytime. No prescription, no pharmacy needed. Imagine an evening after a long day of worries about health, family, or finances. You're in a quiet room, soft light glowing. No interruptions, no rush. Just a moment for yourself. In that moment, You're not just relieving physical needs, you're reconnecting with your body, caring for yourself gently and compassionately. And it's not just emotional, science proves clear benefits for the prostate. A notable Harvard study found that men over 50 who ejaculate regularly 21 times or more per month have a significantly lower risk of prostate cancer compared to those who rarely do. Regular ejaculation helps clear built-up fluids in the prostate, reduces inflammation, and removes potentially harmful elements over time. Beyond that, masturbation helps maintain sensitivity and sexual function, something many think they've lost with age. Like any muscle, the reproductive organs need exercise to stay responsive. If you don't use it, you lose it. That's nature's rule. Many who practice regularly notice better control, clearer sensations, and renewed confidence. The key isn't frequency or technique, it's mindset. When you masturbate with a positive attitude, free of judgment or guilt, you're telling your body, I still value you. I want you healthy, and I deserve joy. Sex isn't just for the young. It's part of life for every person at any age. And if you're looking for a way to stay connected to yourself, soothe emotions, care for your prostate, or simply smile after a long day, this is one of the easiest, most natural, and effective ways to start. Today, as men reach 60, something often goes unspoken: the feeling of drifting away from their own body. The body doesn't respond like before, appearance changes, hair thins, sleep falters. And if you've lost a partner or simply have less intimacy than before, that feeling grows stronger. Many start to feel less attractive, less manly, and quietly withdraw. But there's a simple, private act that can bridge you back to yourself: practicing masturbation. It may sound sensitive, but in truth, it's a way to remind your body you're still alive, still capable of feeling, still worthy of care and enjoyment. I once heard a 67-year-old retiree say, I didn't think I could feel anything anymore. Until one afternoon, alone, I tried it as a way to read myself again after years of focusing on kids and work. He shared that, for the first time in months, he felt his body respond. And it wasn't just pleasure, it was relief, a reconnection with who he was. This practice isn't just about physical release, it's about restoring confidence. In a world that often judges masculinity by sexual performance or muscles, that's invaluable. Masturbation doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. Just you, in a private space, accepting and loving your changing body, enjoying the sensation as a way to reaffirm, I'm still me. I still deserve joy. And it's not just confidence. This habit is a subtle, effective antidote to loneliness, especially if you live alone. A study in the Journal of Medical Psychology found that older men who masturbate regularly feel less lonely, report higher life satisfaction, and are less likely to fall into depression. Because in that moment, they're connected to their body, emotions, and a deep part of themselves that may have been forgotten. Like listening to an old song or sitting in a familiar chair to recall something beautiful, masturbation, when practiced with respect and gentleness, becomes a healing ritual, not shameful at all. It's a way to say, I'm still here to yourself in peace, without pressure or expectations. You don't need to be anyone else. You don't need to do it for anyone else. Just remember that loving yourself, body and soul, has no expiration date. It always starts with a small act, a kindness to yourself. And sometimes that kindness begins with the simplest thing, yet brings a vitality no advice can match. Why wait to explore how to practice this in a healthy, loving way? When it comes to practicing masturbation in a healthy, beneficial way, the first thing to remember isn't how to reach orgasm quickly, but how to love yourself fully. Especially at 60, when your body no longer responds with fast, strong, sudden energy, it needs gentle, patient, respectful care. Start by creating a quiet space where you won't be interrupted, no phone buzzing, no TV blaring. It could be your familiar bedroom or a cozy sofa corner, as long as you feel safe and private. Many men I've spoken to say that playing soft music, drawing the curtains, and dimming the light helps them relax more. The space isn't just physical, it's how you open up to yourself. Before starting, take a few deep breaths. It sounds simple, but is crucial. Deep breathing shifts your body from stress to relaxation. You can also gently massage your lower abdomen or inner thighs, like warming up before a walk. These slow movements boost blood flow to the genital area and signal your brain. This is time to enjoy, not worry or rush. When you begin touching yourself, go slowly. No need to do it like before or follow old habits. Let your hands guide the sensation, slowing down to feel each response. Like sipping morning coffee, not rushed, not forced. You don't need to reach orgasm to feel successful. Sometimes, just being present in that moment is what matters most. Another key point: mindset. Let go of outdated notions like old men shouldn't masturbate or it's shameful. The truth is, this is part of healthcare. And if you approach it with relaxation, no pressure, no self-judgment, the benefits go beyond sexual health. A 72-year-old man once shared that he used to do this with guilt, as if it was only for youth. But after a doctor's conversation, he tried again, this time with self-respect. He said, "I didn't expect that just changing my attitude would make me feel more at ease than in my younger days." That feeling of being himself, unhidden, unafraid, was the greatest gift. Studies show that when physical and emotional states are activated positively, the brain releases hormones like dopamine and oxytocin, not only relaxing you but lifting your spirit. You may sleep better, feel less anxious, and, crucially, see yourself as worthy in your own eyes. So, a small piece of advice: give yourself a gentle, honest moment. No goals, no performance, just be present. Let this simple act become a way to tell yourself, "I'm still alive, still feeling, and I deserve care." See, there's nothing wrong with tending to your own needs, especially after a lifetime of caring for others. Now's the time to turn inward, gently, slowly, and with love. Listen, I'll reveal how to maintain sexual health holistically as you age. But if you want to share or have questions, I'm all ears. You know, when it comes to sexual health after 60, many think of hormones or pills. But it starts with something simpler: what we eat, how we live, and our daily movement. I recall meeting a man in his 70s at a community health checkup. He laughed and said, "I used to think I could eat anything as long as I was full. But now I know that bad eating doesn't just hurt my heart, it leaves down there with no fire." A funny line, but so true. The World Health Organization's research shows that a diet rich in omega-3, zinc, and vitamin D strongly supports the prostate, a crucial organ for men's health. You can find omega-3 in salmon, sardines, chia seeds, and flax seeds. Zinc is in oysters, pumpkin seeds, and whole grains. Vitamin D comes from morning sunlight, milk, eggs, and fatty fish. The key: avoid processed foods. Every time you choose sausages or frozen pizza, think of the cost. Not just a bigger waistline, but weaker blood vessels and less blood flow to the penis. See, down there not listening isn't always about age. It's often because we feed our body things that tire it out. And you already know, movement is a free anti-aging medicine, but not everyone sticks with it. Don't think you need a gym, weights, or marathons to call it exercise. A 30-minute walk or a few laps around the park is already great for your heart and circulation. I once told a friend my age, "You don't need to be an athlete, just don't sit like a potted plant." After weeks of morning walks, he came back saying, "I'm not just sleeping better, things in the bedroom with my wife are much happier." Movement boosts blood flow to the entire body, including the pelvic area, crucial for erections and pleasure. It also reduces stress, stabilizes hormones, and most wonderfully restores the healthy, alive feeling you might think was lost after 60. If today you start with one small thing, choosing a greener meal or walking 15 minutes around the house, you've already taken the first step to caring for your sexual health. We can't turn back time, but we can change how we live today so the years ahead aren't a decline, but a time full of vitality, physically and mentally. And if you're wondering where to begin, remember, just listen to your body, love it like you'd care for a loved one, and you're on the right path. Dear friend, if you've joined me this far in the journey, let me share the most important thing I want you to remember. Caring for your sexual health after 60 isn't strange or shameful. It's a profound, normal part of loving yourself. We've talked a lot about masturbation, an act often misunderstood or hidden in silence. But I want you to see it differently. It's a way to stay connected to your body, nurture positive hormones, reduce stress, and keep your spirit vibrant. I know many men, especially those without a partner, may feel they no longer belong to a world tied to pleasure. But the truth is, you still have every right to enjoy, connect with yourself, and feel that you're living, not just existing. Masturbation, when practiced healthily and comfortably, can be an essential part of a holistic aging strategy. It keeps blood flowing to the genital area, preventing tissues from degrading quickly. More importantly, it's a chance to understand how your changing body works and make choices to live healthier. I once spoke with a 68-year-old divorced man living alone. He felt deeply ashamed thinking his sexual life was over. But when I explained that masturbation could be a form of self-care, he was surprised. Months later, he returned and said, "I'm happier, less irritable, sleeping well, and I feel I still have value." A simple statement, but profoundly meaningful. And of course, don't skip regular health checkups. Monitor your testosterone, check your prostate, and don't hesitate to talk to a doctor about any sexual health concerns. You'd be surprised how many doctors are ready to listen and advise if you're open. The World Health Organization has repeatedly stressed caring for sexual health is an essential part of overall health. It's not a luxury or just for the young. It belongs to you whether you're 60, 70, or beyond. So if tomorrow you take 15 minutes to breathe deeply, eat a healthy meal, walk around the park, and spend a moment caring for your emotions and desires, you're already doing something wonderful for yourself. And you know what? It's never too late to start again, to love your body, rediscover closeness, and live more fully every day.